Hey guys, it's Arthur. Welcome to the first day of my Pride Month art collection, where every day, not every day, I will draw one of my queer OCs basically. So today we have rain, the beautiful embodiment of, well, rain. Actually, falling water in general, rain, waterfalls, stuff like that. She comes from a future series that revolves around concepts. Concepts are somewhat like deities, but in a sense, above even that. But I won't go too deep into that unless I ever make a video specifically about that. So for now, back to Rain. She is the daughter of the concept of the ocean, and is actually blind. Let's just say her past with her stepfather life is a little muddy, but she actually gets along really well with him nowadays. Rain isn't really a fan of mortals, unlike, well, most of the other concepts she surrounds herself with. So I can't say this drawing is going to be accurate to her character by any means. She doesn't define herself by mortal standards at all. Gender is so meaningless to most concepts that not a lot of them typically would say their sexuality is this or that. But many would probably at least wave little flags around that somewhat resemble them for the spirit of it. Not her, though. Yeah, she goes by she, but that's about the extent she'd accept from mortal labels. Still, by technicality, she is pansexual. A little more flirty with women, but, well, men usually flirt with her, so it's less playing favorites and more just making sure her options are open, I guess. She doesn't hate mortals, I should mention. She doesn't mind them, she just doesn't like them either. She kind of just ignores them, unless she absolutely has to interact. Deities she is more likely to interact with. Still, she much prefers sticking with other concepts. Aside from the whole not liking mortals thing, she is extremely sweet and loving. But whenever she's angry, she turns into a literal storm. Just a literal storm. Most of her body isn't even there. Luckily, that's not very common. Most of the time when she gets mad, it's because of a certain concept named light. I'll get to him on another video probably. But for now, just know he's pretty annoying. Here you can see me remember that she is technically trans, though things like gender don't really mean anything to concepts. Again, technicalities. Her version of a transition was waking up one day and deciding to be a woman. That's really it. For concepts, something like that is just normal. Something that someone does at least once in their life to experiment. She just happened to stick with it. Gender, again, means nothing. And now here you can see me give up on lighting because shading was hard enough, especially since I was an idiot and I merged the line art with the coloring layer. Dealing with the shadows was a terror. It was nobody's fault but mine, but still. Now that's about all I have. She's not one of my most thought out characters. She does have a backstory, all of that, but she's going to be mostly a background or side character, one of the above, so she's not the most thought out. So that will be all for today. Tune into the next Pride video for more ramblings about random characters.